Yo, I'm not going anywhere. Just so you know, that was clickbait. I'll admit to it right now, but I wanted you in here and I want you to continue listening because I'm going to give to you one of the videos that I made in my final days being an affiliate owner. Yes, today is not anything to do with Wodapalooza from the past week. No CrossFit current news, not a natty or not, nothing of that nature. This is the reason why I started making these in the first place. It's my entire why to this whole thing. This video was actually posted on my CrossFit Alpha Dog YouTube station. I clicked onto it, saw this video, and I'm like, holy hell, this is incredible. I have to use this. It's going to give you guys a lot of perspective as to what's going on right now with me, why I do this stuff, and if there's one video for you to watch all the way through, it's going to be this one because there's some bombs to be dropped. I don't know where I'm going to drop them, but I'm going to drop them. Let me just start playing it. So, put up the newsletter, and the newsletter showed hours, and my hours appear to be just a bit less. Notably, the 11 a.m. class is no longer being run by me, it's being run by Corey. Corey's the man. Corey's here because he's the man. Really wouldn't have given it up to anybody who is not the man. The 11 a.m. is my baby. Show up, give him a chance, you're gonna love it. That's the goal. I'm a firm believer in that saying, which is doing the same thing over and over again without getting what you wanted out of that thing that you're doing is the definition of insanity. You'll see that I was extremely passionate about my time with the affiliate in that other video that I put up. I'm interviewing my members. I cry a little bit in that video. That was a hard one for me to make. The entire time that I was the co-owner of a CrossFit affiliate, I lived in my father's house. I wanted out. I saved every penny I could as I lived there, and while I loved everything about the affiliate, the thing always weighing over me was supporting a life for myself and what ended up being myself and Alexis, who a lot of you guys know. 2015, 16, 17, and 18 were all well and good, and then right around 2018, I started to get a little older and started to think, how am I going to make a life for myself out of what's going on here? It's a conversation and a perspective that I know a lot of people within the affiliate have, or at least you should have. What do we need to do to move forward? How do we do better? What's the point of even owning a business if it isn't to make that business the best that it can be? Throw CrossFit and affiliates aside. If you have a business, you want it to be a good business, correct? At least that's what I thought. And what I saw were the numbers being about the same every single year. Our best year was actually 2017 or 2018, which coincidentally was about the same time that the Open had its best years. I'm willing to own the fact that people can look at this and say, Andrew, you were a shitty affiliate owner. Andrew, you're just not a business-minded individual. And that's okay, because if that's the case for me, and there are 15,000 affiliates out there, you know how many people there are probably just like me? I know personally a lot of them who are suffering because they wanted to help people, and when push came to shove, they had to make money to support themselves and their families at the end of the day, to which I pivoted and I gave up my baby, which was the 11 a.m. class. And it's not the only one that I coached, but no matter what, for a stretch of 5 or 6 years, I was the only one who coached that unless I was at a competition. I never took a fucking vacation, just like a lot of affiliate owners don't. But I had to give that up. That was one of the first knives into the gut. Didn't want to, but I freaking had to. Because if it wasn't me who was going to push the affiliate forward, then nobody was gonna freaking do it. I had to take myself out, and I introduced a good guy named Corey, who I mentioned in this video, who was going to be the one to start to take over what I was putting down from that point on forward. He's great. It was weird that I wasn't there any longer, but everyone understood, and we'll keep going. Coaching less. The story of my life is trying to figure out how to help as many people as possible while making it make sense. We look back to 2012, I was a personal trainer. And being a personal trainer, hey, it's $125 an hour. I make 30% of it from the gym that I would work at. They make the vast majority for having done nothing other than providing the space. So thanks, they provided the space, but I did all the work, worked with the person, brought the person in, yada, yada, yada. And they had to pay $125 an hour. And in my head, I go, you wanna make progress, you gotta come in 3, 4, 5, 6 days a week, and $125 a session ends up being like $900 a week. And then into a month, you're looking at $3,600, $3,000 to $4,000 a month in one-on-one sessions. You know what I get out of that? It was not all that much. So it didn't make sense for me, and it sure didn't make sense for the person that was then paying me, even if they did pay the amount that was worthwhile. 2014, I worked at a studio gym. It was out in Carroll Stream. They were great, they were awesome. They allowed me to do whatever I want. They said, hey, we'll hire you, you make your own rates. You give us a percentage of what you charge. You can charge whatever you want. I charged a rate that made sense to them. Didn't make sense to me. I wanna say it was like 30 bucks an hour. And then I ended up having to pay myself $12 an hour and pay the studio gym $18 an hour. And it was good for 2014, like college time, minimum wage plus at that rate. Spent a lot of time with them. You guys and these people, they become like really important to me. I'll note it here, it's like you're my kids. It's like, it's kind of, they're very important to me. It's like, it's why I don't want to screw you over by making you charge $100 an hour. And I'd like for you to get in better shape. I want what you want for yourself. It makes me happy seeing it happen. So back then, I was I don't really like this either. It's not really making sense. I had to drive all the way out there from Naperville and here, there, back and forth, and school and wrestling and all that stuff. And it just really didn't make all that sense to me. And then like right around here, CrossFit happened and I kind of saw, boom, this is what it is. This makes sense. This is what we got to do. What we got to do is many people in the gym at once, and I can like oversee all of them and say, hey guys, this is what we got to do. You want this? Cool, do that. You want this? Cool, do that. We can all do it under the umbrella that is CrossFit, which made a lot of sense. High intensity, constantly varied functional movements. You want to lose weight? You can lose weight. You want to build muscle? You can build muscle. You want to do them at the same time? That'd be great too. You just want to come in, be healthy, and live longer and look better, and fine by me. You want to appear younger? Cool, it'll all work. It's all kind of under the umbrella of then diet and when you come in and how intense you work out and kind of what accessory stuff you want out of it. And I was like, if I need 100 people in here, charge them essentially what was being charged for an hour a session, a 1 hour session. That's like what the cost of a monthly membership is at a CrossFit gym. I was like, how could you fail? How could you fail? I don't need to beat a dead horse and repeat everything I just said right there, but the idea there was that it was really expensive. People like me weren't making very much money. Found one-on-one training out of a studio gym. Charge whatever you want, they take a percentage. When you do that, trying to make it to the point where they come in as much as they can, 6 times a week even, still barely making minimum wage, so you look to the next thing. You find CrossFit and you're like, holy fucking shit. We charge $150 a month. They come as many times as they want. In a perfect world, they come in freaking 5 days a week. It's 20 sessions at $150. Your mind is blown. It's $8 or $9 an hour. It's freaking fantastic. Me personally went down the path where I would be doing the bodybuilding. I would do the powerlifting. I would do wrestling, the sports. And there was a certain physique that I wanted to attain, and there was the goals to have had within each of those things. Like certain body fat, certain look, certain weights to be lifted. CrossFit offered all of that. It offered you the physique, it offered you the goals, it offered you the nutrition template, and everybody was getting to where they wanted to no matter what the goal was, and it was so fucking cool, and it still is. At that time, all the way into 10 years into the future, right now as I stand in this garage. The surveys come out. I always say that a lot of them were great. 70% of them were great. There's a handful of them that weren't so great, and there was some of them that were a little bit mean. But the general rule of thumb is you can't please everybody. Quick point on that. I mentioned a bit ago that I was trying to drive the affiliate forward. If it weren't for me, then who was gonna do it? So I came up with this great idea. Create a Survey Monkey. It's 10 questions, and I sent it to not the members of the affiliate, which at that time were about 150, but I sent it out to everyone who had ever dropped in and filled out a freaking waiver. It ended up being just over 2,000 people who got that survey. And it was an anonymous survey. So if you want to know how I deal so well with the comment section in my videos sometimes, which generally 95% of them are good, not all that pissed off at me, but the first hit that I ever had of any sort of extreme negativity was when I put out a survey with the option to remain anonymous, so it came back with everybody's blatantly honest opinion about what had gone on in my affiliate. Some fucked up shit came of that, and I'll let you know that we had about 200 responses. There was one that got me, but it wasn't because it got me, it's because it got somebody close to me. I'll never forget it. I mentioned it in here, and it's probably also not the person you're thinking, but it's like, well, compared to some of the stuff that are in the comment section, it's like, I don't know how you deal with the stuff people say about you. I'm like, well, you don't even know, man. What I say is everybody who walks through the door, you are now one of my own, you're one of my kids. And if you know me, it's like, hey, Andrew, you want kids? Like, no, I don't want kids. I got plenty already. Like, I like you, I like you, I like you, and I want this, and I want that, and I want all of you to be as happy as possible. And whatever I can do, I'm gonna do it. I've always been the type of person to be doing as much as possible all the time. And if I'm not doing that, I'm recovering from having done that. It's why I like to watch movies. Alexis, who is the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life on and have spent a lot of time with her, of course, over the past, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, we'll see it in real time. I'm either high-wired doing a whole lot of shit, or I'm just sitting there completely vegged out doing absolutely nothing. That's the way I operate best, and I know that about myself. One of the reasons I know I don't want kids, and one of the best things about what I do here is that when I would go into the affiliate, I knew that it's like, okay, time to put in 110% into the people that I care the most about. It's one of the phenomenons that I've gone through when I go to places like Wadapalooza, the CrossFit Games. It's like you're just trying to put out as much effort because it's where you want to be as you want to be there, and it's super cool. Same thing happens when I'm putting together these YouTube videos, and I don't need kids because I know when I want to turn on, and I'm ready to turn on for you. Some of them were like price related, some of them were hourly related, and a lot of them were, hey Andrew, I would like to come to more of your classes. Come to more of your classes. I want to go to more of your classes. I want to go to more of your classes. Andrew, go to more of your classes. Andrew, we need a 5 a.m. and I want to come to more of your classes. Andrew, we need at 8 p.m. We need to go to more of your classes. Andrew, 11 a.m. is great, but it'd be cool if there was a 10:30, like a half hour earlier, and we want to come to more of your classes. Andrew, there needs to be more time at 7 a.m. and 8 a.m. We want to come to more of your classes. I go, like, okay, this is what I want. It's great, and there's no harm, no foul there. I love it. It's the best part of it. There's the part where I mentioned where this entire thing came from. Imagine having a kid and it's like, Dad, I was with you 23 hours out of the day, but I want to be with you 1 more hour out of the day. I couldn't imagine what that would be like. It kind of tears a part of my brain out, because if you're an affiliate owner, if you're a coach at an affiliate, you know what it's like. You're basically there every waking moment, and you wouldn't trade it for the world, which I hope you got that sense of me from that other video. You wouldn't trade it for the world. But when you feel as if you're already there every waking moment and then they want more from you, it starts to break your heart a little bit. I know people only know what they know, but it's already one of those, I built you this treehouse, I put everything into this treehouse for you, and it's not good enough? Like, it breaks your heart. It's like, I really thought you were gonna like this treehouse. I'm here at 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 3:30, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, but you want a 7:30 and you want a 5 a.m.? And you don't just want them, which is its entirely other issue. Oh, I get you can't be there at 5 a.m. and close up shop at 9:30 p.m. Just hire somebody. It's like, okay, yeah. And then there's always that phone call you'll get at 5:15 in the morning, which kind of destroys your soul, where the coach hasn't shown up and the members are just sitting outside in the cold waiting for someone to come in. Andrew, hire more reliable people. We've had them, and even the reliable people don't show up sometimes, because sometimes shit happens, or maybe they want something like a vacation, and then you've got to fill that 5 a.m. slot, and that one reliable person that loves the 5 a.m. class, you've got to fill with somebody who isn't a willing 5 a.m. coach. You could offer them $1,000 an hour to coach that hour, and the amount of energy that they're going to bring is this much because it's 5 a.m. So what you do is you coach it. So the second you open up the ability for a 5 a.m., it's basically yours, which again brings me to the, I'm open to the possibility that I was a terrible affiliate owner, but I know I'm not unique in that. I just own it, or I'm trying to own it. Life to live. Got some stuff to do. There's always the little bit in me that would love to be the elite CrossFitter that I think is somewhere in there in me. The elite CrossFitter in me. I don't know where he's at anymore. I brought that up too. It was something that I was always struggling with. You can coach more, you can work more, you can do more stuff for the internet, putting out content for your affiliate, but you also want to be the best CrossFitter that you can be. I know I'm not unique in that one either. And there's people out there still doing it, and they're doing a kick-ass job of it. And as far as I go, that guy's fucking gone. See you later, possible man. And I'm okay with that too. Gym. The world in the gym is the circa day 2018, end of 2017, right around there. Right on the board, big bubble letters, like, what is your why? What are you doing here? And if we kind of go surveys, why, what I kind of got was, of even the 70-80% that were good and awesome and productive, and thank you so much, it was awesome, thank you so much for filling those out. Some people were just kind of lost. It's like, we've been here 3 years, been here 2 years, don't remember why I started, don't know really why I stay. A little bit of that, and everybody should have a reason for doing what they're doing. And every time I go into a workout, I don't really directly think about it, but it's probably like a weekly, bi-weekly, monthly remembering the gym over here, and I like to work out with everybody. It's a big thing. I like to lead from the top, do the workout with everybody. This is something that I've mentioned before, though. What is your why? It's important. And I also think it's why faith is so important with a whole lot of people in the community, because when you give that why to something bigger than yourself, it's what are you doing it for? Why hurt? Why push? What are you doing here doing these burpees at this cadence, which makes it hurt so bad? What is the reason for it? My reason forever and always was that I wanted to be the person who, if I wrote a workout on the board, I wanted to be sure that if I was going to put people through that freaking thing, I would also be putting myself through it. I had this little bit of me that always wanted to be the fittest person that I knew, personally. It was one of my whys. And then of course I always just liked progressing and seeing where I could go. I still want to try to snatch 300 pounds. Yeah, and look at that. Can that do that? I don't know. Can it do it? Fuck yeah. Click, click. But everybody can create a why, and I just want to make sure that everybody always knew what that was. It's a conversation that I realized in that moment in the garage was easier to have with 150 people all at once if they were to watch this, because this wasn't for the world of YouTube. This was sent to my affiliate. If other people wanted to watch it, that was okay. It was a public video. But this was meant for people in my affiliate to see as a reminder, because on the whiteboard I would write, what is your why? And I would like people to walk up to that thing and write it on the board so that everybody could see what the reason was they were there for. I would do it probably biannually. Remind me why you're here. Remind me why you're here. And then when I put out the survey, which had the question, which was, what was your why? And people didn't know. It's like, well, fuck, there's gotta be a new way to do it. And I said it right there, and I go, maybe this will be the thing that'll resonate with them. I can explain what I do it for, what drives me. I remember once a week, once a month, every once in a while within a workout, like, this is cool, I like to hurt. I put myself in this position to do this thing, and I can either pussy out and give up, or I can do it, and I can be proud of myself forever. Very, very vivid memory was 16.1. The year that I made regionals, it was the walking lunge workout, and I was in this repeat scenario where I was in a position doing a part of the workout that I'm like, it hurts really bad, but I can't believe that I'm here. Let's be proud of myself forever for doing it. And that was now 7 years ago, and I remember it. And that is my why. I'm proud of myself forever for not being a baby and backing down from possible pain, torment, and torture from having done that workout. I called it my 6th gear, and any chance I had to get a 6th gear, I wanted to take it. That was my why. This is what I want to hammer in on, the why. And it's always what I want to hammer in on. It's what I'm going to do with this. It's like, why are you here? Why are you coaching less? To attempt to do more of that. I want more people that I can touch upon with what I'm looking at doing. Pretty weird, huh? I want more people. If you can dream it, you can do it. Here was maybe 3-4 people that I would work with consistently that I felt bad for, as they were charging so much money. I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. And here, there was something I could do about it, but I was like, bleh, killing myself to do it. And now there's a bunch of people, like 120 to 150 at times, going well. And I want more. I want more of it. The whole shutdown thing showed me that there's a lot that I can do without being there coaching directly. I can coach directly through the machine. I can coach indirectly by giving you states of mind. I can do what I do best, which is what I wrote in the newsletter, which is setting you up through here to do well out there on your own. The pandemic really sucked for everybody. 2 months. I had 2 months. The pandemic really sucked for everybody. 2 months. I had 2 months. Plus, where there was no affiliate, we had to shut down Chicago and area. Really, really stringent on that. Believe that's the word. But with that, every single day I put out a video, which sounds very similar to something like I'm doing right now. But every day the video was 2 to 5 minutes. It was me walking around just like this with a stick or with some weights in my garage. And all I was trying to do was show people the way that the workouts were intended to be done and giving them an idea behind the stimulus, which isn't anything groundbreaking by any means, but it gave me a little bit of confidence in knowing that I could relay a message to people over the internet, and I wouldn't have had that gift had I had not had the gym shut down for that period of time. It's something that I'm forever thankful for, and I'll always look back at it and say, I can always be pissed off about certain things during the shutdown, like a lot of people are or were. You got to make the best out of some stuff, and this is the best that came out of it for me. The more I can do that, the more I can provide, and the more content that I can give you, the more guidance that I can give you, and the more help that I can give you, each and every one of you who want it, who want to take from it every day, the better and I'll feel about it. And this is what you should think about. And for those of you who've taken my classes, which are a lot of you, it's kind of what I say the meat and potatoes are of the class. It's like, we're home to the TV screens, pay attention to me for 3 minutes, because it's going to be the best 3 minutes you'll ever spend with me. Unless you're Alexis. No, but really, I would say, come here, come here, come here, come here. And I would have everybody look up the TV screens. I would debrief the workout the same way that anybody does, but I put a lot of intention into that 3 minutes, upwards of maybe 4 or 5 if I got a little long-winded or the workout had a lot of pieces to it. But everywhere it's something that I am rather adamant about when I'm attending. I want to see how the coach presents the class workout to its participants. How did you warm everybody up? Are you telling everybody what it is they should be getting out of it and what the movement patterns are doing for you? If you aren't, then you're a shitty coach and you're a cheerleader. If you don't listen, that's cool too, but no, you hurt my feelings for not listening. And then there's gonna be a whole bunch based upon diet, lifestyle, stuff that will then allude to you becoming hopefully why you started in the first place. Why is this all happening? Went from like my life to into the surveys, into something that needed to happen, and hopefully what will be happening. And there will be a lot of stuff going on. Hopefully it's all fun stuff. It's all good stuff for the gym. And if you got anything you want to let me know about, hear it, tell me directly, and we'll converse about it and hope to make good things from it. Andrew Hiller, CrossFit Alpha Dog. I'm in my garage, signing off. I did not remember recording this video, and as I was watching it, everything that I said in it was just so freaking cool, because it's a lot of the stuff that I'm doing right now. I couldn't have ever had imagined that this is the way that my life would have gone. At that last minute, I was like, please say out, please say out, please say out, and I'm like, signing off. And I make a sound. Signing off. I want to do this for a whole lot of people out there who may be in a very similar position. Know your worth, go get what you're worth, and don't let anyone put you into a position where they make you feel like you're only worth $1,892. Which, by the way, that's exactly what I make from one personal training client a month. And I've had upwards of 20 different packages and different asks of those clients. But at the end of the day, remember that there's always a reason for this bad stuff to happen, whether it be the pandemic, whether it be this video coming off of the back of me only making that amount of money. That's why I can do what I'm doing right now, and it's fucking awesome. Andrew Hiller, out.